Welcome to the upper frequency line. This is a recording of a live connection session with Eva and Therese. Please give yourself time to sit undisturbed during the connection. Sit comfortably with closed eyes or looking softly into the distance.
Well, the field feels quite creative today. There's a lot of almost like new growth, but like inside as opposed to new growth sort of to the outside. Can you feel that? It's like it's sort of, building like this inside the field.
Yep, I can feel
that. It's a bit of a sort of spring feeling, actually. Like new growth is sort of very fragile, and well, it's not fragile, but it's like it's small and fine, almost a bit shy.
Yeah.
In the feeling, so it's quite dainty in a way, but it feels like that sort of new beginnings. And with it a sense of is that
A sense of
inspiration, probably is a good word. It's almost like hope, but it's not really hope, it's more like inspiration.
Yeah. Like some inspiration to action.
It's not even to action, it's already in action because it's already
in there. Yeah.
It's already creating. It's but it's like the feeling of hope, which is like an upward feeling. Except this one is more like, it's a little bit more dainty, more like a cute little bunny rabbit that comes out from under the bush and kind of sniffs around a little bit. It's a nice feeling.
It is. It's very nice feeling. Fresh. It's youth.
It's fresh. It's new beginnings. Right on the cusp of, or just into new beginnings. Yeah, it's a very spring feeling about it. Oh, of course, it is spring. We've just had the spring equinox. Forgot about that. I still operate on a northern hemisphere because I was born there, and I guess, I might always remain there. So like, to me, September is autumn, or not spring. So I have to convert in my head every time. But of course it is spring. And I can really feel it in the field. Okay, let's go see what the line is up to.
I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready for the line?
No, because I'm feeling, I get stuck in that spring feeling that,
Nice.
you know, that it is the love of, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my heart was a little bit shut, and it just like this before it really opened, and it is invited in that youth and refresh and
Yeah,
and, and excitement again, like.
yes. Mm-hmm.
But I can keep it with me, and I'll take the line.
Okay, let's see. So there's actually big stuff happening on the line as well, on the frequency line. That's a lot bigger than it is in the field. It's, to me, it feels like quite a big expanding egg shape, actually. But with quite a lot of force, or not force, power.
Mm.
It's because it's from within, moving out.
Yeah.
That is actually a lot of power. It's a kind of, at the same time as it's got a movement in it, in like an expanding movement, it's also immovable at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to move it from the outside, even if you tried.
No.
It's a little bit of feeling of casting. Like when you use clay or plaster, it sets, like when you make it, and this is still in the making, so to speak. When you make it, it's still, you know, moving, but you know that it's going to set hard, as in that it won't be it will be strong and hard, so to speak.
Yeah, it can't be manipulated when changed.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can't be pushed around.
Yeah.
So there's a sense of the setting of it into something that's Yeah, not possible to manipulate. There's a strength and yeah, immovability is probably the best word to it. All right, let's go see what the shield is doing. Whoa, the shield is big, strong, powerful, whatever it is. It's almost like a sonic boom.
It's like it's gathered some momentum from being bombarded with the pellets. Like it's like,
Yeah. Or from something. It's actually quite massive. Not so much in size, but in the power of it.
I'm feeling some kind of proudness from the shield as well. Like it's really proud to be protective and
Yeah.
be so strong.
Mm. It actually still, it has that, remember it was kind of alive that we found the other day?
Yeah.
The aliveness is really in there. It's a very, yeah, it's a very animate object or field, and vibrant.
Superhuman.
Almost like, oh, it's actually quite, I'm trying to think of what it feels like. If you've seen the Avengers movies with Captain America,
No.
you know he's got a shield made from, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Vibranium? I can't remember. It's a very special metal anyway. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like it's got its own vibrational movement in it.
Yep.
This is sort of the outer part of the field, but it's very thick. It's not just like the outer layer that we've been sort of seeing before with the different layers. It's actually sort of amalgamated into one big, and it's not necessarily like a layer either. It's like the whole shield, but it's more so, more dense in that way.
Yeah.
Sort of from about halfway out, but it's almost like it's got a kind of like a cymbal, like a musical instrument. The cymbal, when you hit it, it kind of moves like that, right? It's got that kind of wow, wow, wow quality to it.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes it, it's like it can actually zero out other things like that are trying to penetrate. It can actually zero out that because it's got its own
Frequency
movement happening that kind of repels. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. So that's interesting. Let's see if we can tell what those particles did. Did the cosmic particles do anything to it? Yeah, it's like it made it vibrate like that.
Yeah. Boing, 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 boing.
That is, that's probably the strongest, most protective I've seen it, even though like it's been pretty darn protective before, but this is like a whole other level. It's even got a sound. I can hear it. That's amazing.
It reminds me of a tuning fork.
Yes, it does.
I wish I had tuning forks.
Yeah. Mm. And it does feel proud of itself. Actually, I can feel that.
Yes, it really does. It's like, what have I been able to do? And I can protect them.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
It gives me, it being proud of itself like that gives me
Mm.
confidence, and it gives me strength and a sense of security.
Mhm. It actually gives me a sense of confidence. Considering that, I was struggling with trying to make video with myself in the picture earlier today. And it actually lends me, the shield actually lends me confidence
Yeah.
in myself as well, because it's so proud of itself. It kind of helps me be proud of myself.
And for my situation too,
Like a guiding star in confidence.
like I can really feel it for myself, my own situation, that it's like taking me in the hand and you can do this, you can get through past this.
Yeah.
Are we still on 27%? It feels different. The crowd feels different too, somehow.
It does. The crowd actually feels more alive, more
It's more solid. It's like it's
it's
standing.
like the crowd is also vibrating stronger, just like the shield. And I guess, maybe their shields are vibrating too.
Yeah.
So the whole field, that the consciousness field of the people on that upper line, their communal field is vibrating stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Gaia? Earth?
Speaking of Gaia, actually, I saw something. The volcano has been erupting a little bit here and there in the last few days. It hasn't blown that landmass off that it was talking about the possibility of before, but it's erupting, the one in La Palma in the Canary Islands. So some villages, I think, or towns have been evacuated.
Okay.
But so far it's not very violent. I don't know. It is kind of blipping red, alarm red up there at the volcano, but I don't feel that same, the pressure that was there before we sat with it last time. I don't feel that pressure in the ground, in the seabed, or there. It looks more surface
Yeah.
than it was before. Kind of like the pimple thing we were talking about. Like So now it's like out in the pore. It's not deep in the roots anymore. It's you know, it's just at the surface now.
Yeah.
So it might be that even if it does erupt completely, it's like, you know, not so much force.
Yeah.
What about the earthquake in Melbourne?
Earthquake.
When was that? Yesterday? Day before yesterday?
Or yesterday.
I can't feel that one at all. Maybe it's like the guy I've heard talking about it. He said it was coming from the air and not from the ground. But otherwise, the earth in general, Gaia, feels quite still, actually. A little bit of tiredness, maybe, as well.
You still feeling pregnant to you?
No. No.
Maybe she's had a baby and is sleep deprived.
Yeah. It's a tiredness in the head region, the eye region. It's not just the eyes, it's like that whole plane, so the mental plane. Kind of like when you're so tired in the head that you can't focus, you can't sort of gather up the force to do anything, even though like you feel like you should. That kind of feeling. So what is that? What's the tiredness? Are you feeling this, or am I the only one feeling it?
Yeah, no, I can feel it.
So what is that?
I'm wondering where the pregnancy is gone, because there was
Kind of yeah, I know, but that might have been the equinox thing.
yeah,
Was it, and the full moon as well?
the build up to that. Maybe she was just swollen.
This tired, it feels like a wariness. Like a mental wariness.
Mm.
A bit numb in the head. So where is that? Is that in any specific location, or is it in the mental body in general? She feels tired. She doesn't feel old, just weary, tired.
For some reason, it's connecting to Bill Gates. I'm just I don't know.
Okay, well, if we consider the earthquake things, if they are not earthquakes, like the Melbourne one, I think there have been other ones as well. What if they are in the atmosphere or in the, somewhere other than in the body itself, if we put it that way? So if we remove those quakes that might not be earthquakes, like if we remove them from the mix, oh yeah,
Get much lighter.
then the head is much more together.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can that be?
Difference between taking B12 and not taking it.
Yes, that's very much what it's like. It's like, yeah, the head is just not keeping its center. That's
Yeah.
the issue. So where is that? Let's see if we can help Gaia with that. Let's see what we can do. Trying to locate where that is. Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. You know the red spot on Jupiter?
Oh yeah, that's a sun, isn't it?
It's sorry, it's what?
Isn't it a hot spot? Is
Yeah, it's a storm or something, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's what showed up now. So that is interesting. All right. Let's see what happens if we sit with that red spot on Jupiter. Connect with the red spot on Jupiter. See what shows up. Okay, that's very interesting. The vision I get of that is actually of it's kind of like a boom. When you film in a studio, you have like a long boom with a microphone on it that hangs down sort of over the actors. That's what I see, like some kind of structure like that. Long poles, one or two, maybe one in angle to the other one. Might even be more than two. It might be like a sort of a structure, but not very many, maybe 2, 3 poles together. I don't know, what could that be? Some kind of instrument?
yeah.
And what does that have to do, Jupiter, that near Jupiter, have to do with Earth? Anyway, let's see if it can change if we just hold that.
I need to play a different tune, different frequency.
Maybe we need to check in with the Earth. Does the Earth have a shield? Didn't it get a shield at some point? Oh, it does have a shield, but it's a very wonky shield. It kind of, it's going, so at the top, at the Arctic pole, or the area, like maybe the whole Arctic circle. If you look at it like a symbol, again, like the instrument, the musical instrument, a symbol, like a little hat that sits on top there, it looks like it's kind of bending the wrong way and then bending the right way, bending the wrong way, bending the right way, like it's jammed, and it keeps going like this. So the shield is jammed. So is it getting jammed by the instrument, or by something akin to the instrument that shows up there at Jupiter? Let's see. Well, it's calming down, gaining strength, and pointing in the correct direction. Or bending in the correct direction. I suppose that could also be constituted like the head region of the planet.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's starting to connect up with the Antarctic region. So it's like it's got a symbol at the top and a symbol at the bottom. Which is sort of the top and bottom of the shield, I suppose. But they're lining up. They're starting to line up and be connected. It's interesting that the Earth shield is sitting in that direction as opposed to our ones, which are sort of, well, they're not really front back, but maybe because we, stand up, then it feels like it's front back, although it's really all the way around. But oh, now I can, the ice, the snow and ice is becoming much more tangible up there in the Arctic area. Before it was like it was almost slushy, but now it's getting much colder, like it, should be. And crystal clear, which might help for the mental energy of the planet. There we go. Hello, Gaia. Now she's back in her midline. Yay. I can feel her. Wow, she was really out.
Yeah. It's a massive difference.
Yeah, that's so totally like, when we've fallen out of our midline, and then we stand in the solar system and look at the sun and the midline, the planets sort of, magnetically come back together into the midline. That's exactly what that felt like, but as Gaia.
and feel the ripples it will have, like, because she back in her midline will then go boom, 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 boom. This will happen. This will happen. This will happen. That she is in.
Yeah. Well, nothing is good if Kaya is weak, right? Now she feels a bit sickly around the middle. Which would be probably, those are, aren't they called equinoxes, aren't they, as well? Are they called equinoxes?
Equator?
Well, the equator, but the other line that's sort of, a bit down from the equator and a bit up from the equator, what are they called?
I don't know.
Tropic of Capricorn? Tropics? Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Cancer in the northern hemisphere and Capricorn in the southern. So that whole belt within the tropics is what feels sickly. Which is probably also where that island is. Might be sitting right on the Tropic of Cancer. Let's see if we've got anything happening to do with that then. Are you feeling that at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's moved in closer to the equator. So it's a much thinner plane right through. So it's changing. It's almost like it's equalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's settling down. Okay. All right, she feels a lot better now. And clear-headed. Crisp and clear in the head. Good work.
Yeah, it does feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the feeling before was like you have a big meal of rubbish food and you just get high on the sugar rush and you just get all
Yeah.
in the head and all foggy and
Yeah.
you have that sick feeling in your tummy and your
Yeah.
brain is all fogged up.
Yeah. Pretty much. Maybe she had a McDonald's burger.
Mm.
I didn't, so it's not coming from me. Well, I can feel now I'm kind of back with the whole the greater field spring feeling. New beginning.
New beginning, youth.
But I can feel all of us are now at the same place. So the earth is in the spring feeling, the greater field, um, and I can feel that expanding, setting strength at the line, and that bigger. They're all kind of echoing the same thing. Well, I guess the two of them are echoing the strength in a way, and the other two are echoing the spring and new beginnings. Feels pretty good though.
Yeah, it does,
Yeah.
definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.